Beloved soul, please give these words your full attention, for they carry a message that could entirely change the course of your life. Throughout your journey, you may have received much advice phrases that felt familiar, not new, perhaps even empty of meaning at times. But this moment is different. These are not careless words, but the sincere and powerful voice of my heart, the one who has loved you and known every step you've taken on this earth. Listen not only with your ears, but with your heart. For a single decision, one courageous moment of choice, can become the greatest turning point in your life. A door is opening before you, and on the other side lie possibilities and miracles beyond anything you've dared to dream. My child, you have walked through countless choices, events that may have seemed small, yet helped shape the person you are today. Each day, you make decisions, some simple, like what to eat or wear, what words to speak, and others more significant, like who to befriend, what path to pursue, what direction your life should take. These choices may seem like scattered pieces of a puzzle, but in truth, they are the foundation of your life's map. If you stop and look more closely, you will realize that yesterday's decisions led you to where you are now, and the decisions you make today will ripple deeply into the future you will one day live in. Among the many choices, there are some that carry greater weight, for they can lead to unimaginable blessings or to trials and sorrows you never expected. Now, you stand at a turning point full of both promise and uncertainty. Perhaps you cannot yet see the road ahead clearly, but trust that in this very moment, there is an important choice, a fork in the path, inviting you to step forward. Every great journey begins with a step, and sometimes the smallest, simplest steps carry the greatest power to shift destiny. You say you hesitating, feeling torn by fear of failure, by anxiety about what lies ahead, afraid of taking the wrong turn or leaving behind the comfort of the familiar. But, my child, do not let these barriers stop your feet. I am here not as a distant witness, but as a companion, walking with you through every narrow curve. When you choose to take that step, even the smallest one, I will give you strength, faith, and comfort, so you are never alone in a world so full of change. Even if what lies ahead seems unclear and unpredictable, believe with all your heart that I have already prepared good things for you. All it takes is your willingness to trust, to surrender your life into my hands. And in doing so, you will open the door to transformations far greater than anything you have ever imagined. My child, to choose when all around you is the shadow of despair is never easy. It demands a courage that rises above fear and doubt. But remember, strength and bravery do not come from yourself. They are gifts I have given you, through my Spirit who lives within you. That power is like a lamp in the night, illuminating your path, filling you with unshakable confidence. You do not need to wait until you feel strong enough to begin your journey. It is in taking the first step that courage awakens. Peace begins to replace anxiety, and light begins to guide you through the rough places. You are not walking alone, for I am not merely watching, but walking beside you, ready to lift you when you are weary and to rejoice with you when you succeed. One single decision to place your full trust in Immerse, an invitation for us to write the story of your life together. Remember, when you feel lost or weary, come to me for refuge. When you are weak, seek strength from me. When you are torn between choices, know that I am the waith-sure guide. Together, we will face every trial. We will witness the plans I have prepared come to life. Do not let fear stop your steps, for within your heart is a power far greater than you may yet recognize. I am waiting for you, to walk with you, to lead you, and to give you a future overflowing with hope, joy, and profound meaning. My beloved, amid the rush and busyness of life, it is all too easy for your soul to be swept away by worry and fleeting concerns, forgetting my eternal presence, me, your loving Father who holds you close. There may be times you feel like you are standing alone on a long road, with no one beside you to share the burden or lift you up. But do not forget, even in your loneliest hour, I am near, quietly surrounding and guiding you with my unconditional love. This is not a distant or invisible presence, but a sacred bond that can never be broken, stronger and more enduring than any earthly relationship. When you face trials, temptations, or the kind of pain that breaks your heart, know that these are not punishments nor signs of abandonment. Rather, they are the refining fires of faith, meant to reveal the deep strength hidden within your soul and to assure you that I never leave you in hardship. I will be with you, is the promise I have given to every soul. So you need not strain to survive or tremble in fear, for beside you is a steadfast presence from above, a shelter and strength you can always return to for comfort and peace. My dear child, the peace I give you is not like the fleeting peace the world offers. It is a deep, abiding peace that surpasses all understanding, a peace capable of calming the storms within your soul, even when the world around you remains chaotic and uncertain. It is the stillness that flows from a steadfast trust that no matter what may come, everything rests in my hands, and every trial carries a divine purpose. Let your heart be open to receive this peace, for it is in that very moment that you will find the strength to stand firm, to keep moving forward, no matter how difficult the road ahead may seem. Remember, not a single moment of your life is meaningless or wasted when you place your trust in me. Every pain, every disappointment, every loss is seen and preserved by me to be transformed into bricks that build a solid house of faith and spiritual maturity. I am not only your creator, but also the one who understands your innermost thoughts and feelings more deeply than anyone else ever could. So do not hesitate to bring to me every burden, every hidden concern. In sincere prayer, let me hear the cry of your heart so I may comfort you and orchestrate all things according to the magnificent plan only I know. And always remember, you are not just a small, unnoticed being in this vast world. You were created by me with a sacred purpose, a unique mission that belongs to you alone. That mission may not always be clear from the beginning. It may unfold step by step, through each experience and trial, but never stop seeking. Never give up, for you are my beloved child, and my desire is for you to grow, to live fully, and to shine brightly in every moment of your life. Know that each new day is an opportunity to renew yourself, to become a better, stronger version of who you are meant to be. On this journey, you are also called to love and serve others, those who may be drowning in the darkness of despair, loneliness, and sorrow. With the love I have poured into you, you can become a guiding light, a helping hand, a voice of encouragement to help them carry on through their difficult paths. Love and sacrifice are not always grand gestures. Sometimes, they are found in small acts of kindness, patience, and genuine compassion in everyday life. When you give love, you are making this world more beautiful, and in doing so, you are expressing your deepest gratitude to me. My beloved, as you look back on the path you've walked, I invite you to pause for a moment and gaze deeply into your heart. In every step, every decision, every emotion. There echoes the voice of life and spirit. I do not want you to pass through this life like a mere traveler. I want you to live each moment fully, to recognize my presence in even the smallest details. Let my light shine into every dark corner of your soul, that you may clearly see the path I have already prepared for you. Know this, you are not a solitary soul lost in the vastness of the universe. You are part of an eternal plan, an irreplaceable piece in the great tapestry of life. Every time you open your heart, every time you embrace my love and guidance, you are helping to build a more radiant, more complete world. Never underestimate your role, for in my eyes, you are a precious jewel, more treasured than anything else in creation. You were made in my image, bearing a divine nature, with the power to radiate that light wherever you go. There will be times when the weight of life feels unbearable, when trials seem unending, and fear threatens to break you. But I want you to remember that even in your darkest moments, I am there. I do not abandon you. I do not judge you. I quietly wait for you to open your heart and receive my comfort. This is unconditional love, perfect forgiveness that surpasses all failures and shortcomings. Let your heart be healed by this stream of love so that you may rise stronger and continue your journey with courage and unwavering faith. Do not forget that forgiveness is a sacred gift I have given you, just as I desire you to offer it to others. Forgiveness not only releases the one forgiven, but also frees you from the heavy chains of hatred and resentment. Let your heart find peace by extending forgiveness to those who have wounded you. In doing so, you are walking in my footsteps, the one who is always ready to forgive and love without condition. Understand that the forgiveness I bestow is not only freedom from guilt, but an open door to a new life, full of hope and peace. Do not let your past or past mistakes hold you back. Instead, let them become precious lessons that shape your growth and elevate your spiritual journey. Each day is a new beginning. Each moment an opportunity to be reborn in my love and grace. My child, always keep your heart wide open to forgiveness and mercy. Forgiveness is the expression of the strength of faith. It is the path that leads to true freedom and peace. When you forgive, you are not only healing your own wounds, but also planting seeds of love, reconciliation, and hope in the world around you. My beloved one, you are also called to be a bearer of that light to the world. In every word, every deed, every thought, let love and kindness shine through. When you love and forgive others, you manifest a living faith, fulfilling the high calling I have placed in your hands. Remember, even the smallest acts, when done with a sincere heart, carry the power to change the world around you. For love is the source of all that is good, and when you live in love, you become that very source for others. My dear child, as you step into a new season of your life, I want you to understand that maturity is not merely the growth of your body or mind, but the awakening of your soul. Every experience you encounter, whether sweet or bitter, is used by me to refine and shape your spirit, just as a jeweler purifies gold and silver in blazing fire. Do not fear the trials, for they are stepping stones that help you grow, making you stronger and more rooted in my love. Remember, in every moment of your life, I am present beside you, quietly upholding and guiding you. My presence does not always announce itself in dramatic ways. More often, it is revealed through subtle signs that only a heart attuned to me can perceive. It may be the gentle breeze brushing past you in solitude, a timely word spoken unexpectedly, or an unexplainable peace that steadies you in the midst of life's storms. Pay attention and be grateful for these sacred moments, for they are tokens of my enduring love and care for you. In all circumstances, let gratitude be your posture. No matter what hardships life brings, there will always be reasons to give thanks. Because I continuously pour out blessing 7, the smallest ones, upon you. From every breath you take to the presence of loved ones around you, a thankful heart allows you to recognize my constant nearness, and from that awareness flows true joy and peace. Live your life with gratitude for everything you receive: life, health, love, and even the difficult challenges are all gifts from me. Gratitude is not merely spoken words of thanks, but a deep awareness of my generosity in every moment and every experience. When you give thanks, your soul becomes lighter and more open, and you begin to see my loving hand in all things. My child, let your life be saturated with unceasing gratitude. Be thankful not only for the blessings you understand, but also for the trials and hardships, for they are the very tools I use to grow your faith and character. A grateful heart is a rich heart, overflowing with joy, and through it you will perceive my presence in every moment of life. In humility and gratitude, you will discover that you are never alone. I have given you companions, family, friends, and those you love. Never underestimate the value of these relationships, for they are the vessels through which I pour my love and strength into your life. Treasure, protect, and nurture these connections with sincerity and compassion, so they may become a wellspring of life that helps you weather every storm. Know this: spiritual growth requires the courage to face the shadows within yourself, the mistakes, the fears, and the doubt, so they no longer have the power to hold you back. This is a journey of deep self-awareness, where you confront and release the burdens of your soul to step out of the darkness. I do not ask you to be perfect, but I desire your genuine heart and firm resolve in the process of cleansing and renewal. In your weakness, I will give you strength. In your confusion, I will give you clarity. And in your lostness, I will be the star that guides your path. Trust that every time you offer me a pure heart, every time you open your soul to receive my instruction and forgiveness, you are taking another step on the path of returning to your divine origin. This is the path of harmony, the path of union between humanity and God, where you will find completeness and fulfillment. You will never walk alone, for I will always walk with you. Like a shepherd guiding his flock through every challenging field, let my words be etched deep within your heart, that they may light your way each day. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. Isaiah 41:10. These words are the firm assurance of my unfailing love and protection over you. When you embrace that love, you will find the strength to overcome every adversity and hold fast to the hope that no matter what comes, my light will prevail and the darkness will be overcome. In all your actions, let love and truth be your compass. Love is not merely a feeling, but a choice, a constant act of building, forgiving, comforting, and uplifting. When you love with your whole heart, you are fulfilling my mission on this earth, becoming a living expression of my divine love in a world full of chaos and confusion. My beloved, as you journey through life, I want you to always remember that truth is the most solid foundation upon which to build all relationships and decisions. In a world brimming with lies and deception, to be the one who boldly chooses the way of honesty, not only with others, but also with yourself. Truthfulness may not always be easy, but it is the light that guides your soul and shields you from the stains of sin and falsehood. When you walk in truth, you are walking in my will, building a life marked by peace and freedom. Truth allows you to recognize the real worth of yourself and others. For nothing is more precious than a heart that dares to live sincerely. Guard that truth as a treasure, as an unquenchable flame, so that every day of your life may be clear and radiant. You must also understand that truth does not mean rigidity or lack of compassion. I want you to learn how to balance truth with kindness, so that your words and actions do not wound others, but still preserve the purity of your heart. This is the art of love, knowing how to speak truth with gentleness and humility, to build up rather than tear down, to heal rather than to harm. In moments when you feel lonely or misunderstood, remember that I understand you best. You do not need to hide or mask your deepest thoughts and emotions. Open your heart to me and share everything, for I am a Father full of mercy, always ready to embrace you, no matter how far you have wandered. In honest communion with me, you will find the strength to overcome even the hardest trials. Keep your mind always fixed on what is holy, beautiful, and good, for your soul is the place where I set my foot. Positive thoughts and noble desires are the gateway to union with me. Do not allow negative thoughts, hatred, or jealousy to occupy your mind, for they are silent enemies that diminish the light of the love I have given you. Instead, nourish a heart of compassion, forgiveness, and unwavering hope. Remember, in every moment you live, I have a divine purpose for you. The hardships, the sorrows, and the trials you encounter are not punishments, but pathways that draw you closer to me, shaping you to grow in faith and love. Never give up or lose heart, for my light always shines in the darkness. And in the end, justice and love will prevail. My child, never fear or doubt your worth, for in my eyes, every human being is a unique creation, made with a divine purpose and a distinct beauty. I have counted every hair on your head, every breath you take, and I love you more than you can ever imagine. Let that love be the lifeblood of your soul, that you may love yourself and love others as I have taught. Do not let the temptations and lures of the world blind your eyes or harden your heart. Keep your soul pure like a precious jewel, unsullied by trivialities or base desires that diminish your spiritual worth. Remind yourself that life is not merely about fleeting possessions, but about preparing for eternal life in my light. Choose what is good, live righteously, and become a trustworthy companion of mine on the road to salvation. And when you feel weary, let me be your firm refuge. Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. That is my gracious promise to you, an invitation to lay down every sorrow and burden at my feet and receive a peace that cannot be found anywhere else. Live with the unshakable faith that I always have a perfect plan for your life, even when you do not yet understand it. Trust fully in me, for I am almighty and all good, and everything that happens is meant to bring you closer to eternal life. That faith will be the lamp that lights your path through every darkness of life. Dear one, along the journey of life, you will not escape times of testing and hardship. These are moments when your soul feels tired, when you face difficult choices, or confront deep pain. But remember, even then, I am beside you, sustaining you and leading you with my boundless love. This life is not a straight, easy road, but a journey of many turns, with moments of exaltation and times of quiet. Yet do not let difficulties discourage you. For these challenges are opportunities for growth and a deeper understanding of my love. Through each trial, you will discover the hidden strength within your soul, a strength granted by me to overcome every storm. Remember my word, I will not let you be tested beyond what you can bear. 1 Corinthians 10:13. Every trial you face is measured by me and can be endured and overcome. Do not be afraid to walk into dark places, for my light always shines to guide you, even when you cannot see it immediately. Be patient and hold firm to your faith, for that light is always present and never fades. Your soul may be tempted by doubt and despair, but hold fast to the belief that I always have a good plan for you. Not everything that happens will be easily understood, but all things are within my power and providence. Believe that pain and loss are bricks that build your maturity, making you more resilient in faith. Let your heart become soft and humble, so that I may complete my work in your life. When you surrender pride, you will receive the grace and peace I long to give. This is the harmony between humanity and God, the source of true life and joy. Look to Jesus, my only Son, the perfect model of humility and obedience. Though he suffered and died on the cross, he trusted and loved until the very end. In every step you take, pray without ceasing. As St. Paul taught, pray continually. 1 Thessalonians 5:17. Prayer is the connection between your soul and mate, is the breath of the Spirit, helping you remain steadfast in faith. When you pray with all your heart and will, you will sense my powerful presence, like a divine energy that warms and renews your soul. My beloved child, in every moment of life, know that I am not only the mighty Creator, but the merciful Father who always looks toward you with infinite love, even if you walk through dark lands, storms, or trials beyond your strength. I remain the unquenchable light that leads you through every path of your journey. Know this, my child, everything that happens in your life is an expression of my love and protection, even when you cannot yet fully comprehend it. At times, you must pass through darkness to reach the light, endure the storm to witness the dawn. This is the journey of refining your soul, that you might be conformed more and more to the image of my only begotten Son, and that my love and mercy may be revealed fully through your life. My beloved, in this ever-shifting world, there will be moments when your heart wavers, when your faith is shaken by trials and doubts. But do not let these hardships cause you to forget the unshakable truth. I am the one who never changes, the faithful one who keeps every promise and always brings to fulfillment my loving purposes for you. Look back on your past, on the moments you've walked through, and you will clearly see the providential hand of mine. Every step you've taken, whether great or small, has been part of my perfect plan. Do not be afraid when facing trials or uncertainty. Be strong, like a soldier standing firm in battle. For I am your strength and your shield. Keep your heart pure and sincere. Humility is the doorway that draws you closer to me, allowing you to hear my gentle voice within your soul. In humility, you not only recognize your own weakness, but you also open wide your heart to receive my help and my love in its fullest measure. Let prayer be the breath of your soul, the sincere voice you lift to me each day. When you pray, you do more than ask for help. You commune with me in love, sharing your deepest thoughts and listening for my wise guidance. Prayer is the strongest connection between you and me. It is the place where you will find strength and comfort beyond compare. Keep your heart open to others, for in sharing and compassion, you will experience the wondrous power of the love I have placed within you. Do not live in isolation. Do not allow wounds or anger to lock you away. Let love and empathy guide each step of your journey on this earth. Remember the words I spoke through the prophets. Love one another as I have loved you. John 15:12. This love is not merely a feeling, it is a choice. A living action that demands patience, sacrifice, and loyalty. When you live in this love, you become a light in the world, a living testimony of my presence and power. My beloved, today I call you back to the source of life, where there is no sorrow, no tears, and no separation. This is the eternal kingdom I have prepared for those who remain pure in heart and faithful. Remember the scripture, I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me, though he die, yet shall he live. John 11:25. This is my everlasting promise to you, a promise that never changes and is never dimmed by time or trial. Keep my word in your heart, that it may be a lamp to your feet as you walk through the darkness of the world. I have spoken. Receive instruction from my mouth and lay up my words in your heart. Job 22:22. That word is your guiding light, your holy protection, keeping you from the snares and wrong paths, so that you may walk always in righteousness and truth. I long for you to know that each passing day is a step closer to me, to the fullness of love and life. Every small act of yours, every prayer, every act of forgiveness is remembered in my book and becomes the foundation of the kingdom of love I am building within your heart. When you are at your weakest, come to me, like a child returning to a parent's embrace. Do not let despair drag you down, nor surrender to trials. Look forward with courage and firm faith, for your future is secured by my eternal love. You will never walk alone, for I am always your guide, your protector, and your greatest teacher. Under my light, you will find true freedom, enduring peace, and joy that never fades. My child, remember what I have spoken, so you may never lose your way amid the chaos of this world. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. This invitation is the echo of my love for you, the place where you will find comfort and renewed strength. Live each day as a faithful witness of my love and power. Let my light shine through your life, that others may see the beauty of a love that never fades, and that you may become an instrument of peace and hope in this troubled world. My beloved, as you enter a new season in your spiritual journey, I want to remind you that faith is a lamp that never goes out, a lighthouse guiding you through the darkest nights of this world. Every day, every step you take, I walk with you, even when you do not see my presence with your eyes. Believe this, in every breath, every dream, every deepest longing of your heart, I am quietly leading and upholding you with my boundless love. In a world full of turbulence, your heart can easily be shaken by the storms of life. But do not allow yourself to be overcome by fear or doubt. Y declare, do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. Isaiah 41:10. Let your heart be wide open to receive the grace I freely give, so that your faith may not be mere words, but a source of strength, enabling you to overcome every trial. I want you to understand that true faith is not the absence of hardship, but the ability to stand firm and move forward, even in the most difficult circumstances. I have given you a resilient spirit and a steadfast will. Hold on to these gifts and use them to bring light to the world around you. Also, remember that love is the highest command I have given. When you love, you not only bring joy to me, but also manifest my presence in your life. Love one another as I have loved you. John 15:12, is a call that echoes endlessly in the hearts of all who believe. A true measure of authentic faith. Such love transcends every barrier, dissolves all hatred, and transforms even the most hardened hearts into springs of peace. On this journey, you will meet brothers and sisters, fellow travelers who are also seeking light and truth. Be a beacon to them through your own life, a life filled with love, hope, and faith. I want you to be a sower of peace, planting seeds of love and forgiveness, so that the garden of your life may bloom with holiness and light. I also remind you never to stop learning and growing in faith. The Bible is a priceless treasure I have given you, a fountain of wisdom and strength for your soul. Come often to my word, read it, meditate on it, understand it, and live it daily so that with each passing day, you may become more like my Son, who lived a life of perfect love and service. Moreover, know that prayer is not just spoken. Word Sid is the breath of the soul, the lifeline that connects you and me. When you pray with your whole heart, you will feel my nearness, my comfort in moments of confusion, and my power to help you face the greatest challenges. Trust in the power of prayer, for I always listen and respond in the way that is best for you. Do not forget humility, the noble virtue that draws you closer to me and keeps you walking in the path of truth. Humility is not weakness. It is the strength to recognize your need for me and the willingness to let go of whatever pulls you away from my presence. Whoever humbles himself will be exalted. Matthew 23:12. This is my unwavering promise, a compass for your life. In a world increasingly chaotic and complex, you must remain faithful to me and not let material temptations or apathy dim the light of faith within you. I desire you to be one who can discern good from evil, who lives justly and truthfully, and who becomes a living witness of my love and power in this society. Remember, I have not only given you life, but also entrusted you with a sacred mission to bring the light of God to the world. You must not hide your light, but let it shine on every path, so that others may recognize you as my disciple through the love you show to one another. Matthew 5:16. This mission is not easy, but I will always grant you the strength and wisdom to fulfill it. My beloved child, always trust that no matter how many trials life may bring, I am with you, guiding you and loving you unconditionally. Hold on to faith. Hold on to love and humility, so that each day brings you closer to fullness in my light and love. My child, in the radiance of eternal love, I want you to understand that sacrifice is the key that opens the door to holiness and true peace. Every life on this journey must at times face trials and loss. But remember, it is in those moments that your soul is refined and made more radiant. I declare, if anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. Luke 9:23. This is not merely an invitation, but the very path that leads to true life and perfect union with me. Know that sacrifice is not simply loss, but the wholehearted offering of yourself to a greater purpose. When you sacrifice for others, you are reflecting the image of my Son, who did not hesitate to leave heavenly glory to enter this broken world. Through sacrifice, you embody the truest form of love, one that does not only receive, but also gives unconditionally. Let your heart be steeped in humility and sincerity, for only the humble soul can accept sacrifice without complaint or bitterness. I call you to live not only to receive, but to give, and not merely to exist, but to serve. Every small act of yours, done in love, becomes a flame shining in the darkness, warming those in need of comfort and hope. Do not forget that sacrifice is not limited to external actions, but lies deep within your soul, expressed in your thoughts, words, and daily attitudes. I desire you to live a life that forgives and loves even when you face injustice or pain. Remember, blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Matthew 5:10. Patience and endurance in faith will bring an eternal reward not seen with physical eyes, but deeply felt by the Spirit. I also want you to be aware that on this journey, you will not always receive the agreement or understanding of those around you. There may be moments when you feel abandoned, misunderstood, or even betrayed. But remember this, it is in such moments that you are walking in the footsteps of my only begotten Son, who was once rejected by the world, yet never ceased to love. You are not alone. I am always by your side, upholding you and protecting you from every danger. Let your sacrifices become a testimony of steadfast faith, and let every trial become a step that draws you closer to me. Never underestimate the small offerings you make out of love, for it is those very acts that will bring about great transformation in your life and in the lives of others. Every tear, every prayer, every loving act is a precious gift that I treasure and receive with delight. My beloved, do not forget to keep your soul pure and undefiled, for only a pure heart can fully perceive my presence. Cleanse your spirit through prayer and by living according to my word. When you keep your soul radiant and clear, I will use you as an instrument to bring light and peace to those who are lost and wandering. My child, in your weakest moments, when you feel you have no strength left, entrust everything to me, for whoever humbles himself will be exalted. Matthew 23:12. Humility is the true strength that will keep you steady through life's storms. I always uplift those who humble themselves and place their full trust in me. Your journey will not be smooth or easy, but it is the most beautiful path that leads to fullness and true joy. I want you to understand that hardships are not punishments, but precious lessons meant to shape you and help you grow in faith. Every trial you overcome strengthens your soul and fills your heart with love and compassion. Remember, I do not desire that you live only for yourself, but that you live to serve others. Whoever wants to be great among you must be your servant. Matthew 20:26. Service is the way that draws you closer to me and to your brothers and sisters in the community. When you live with a heart of service, you will witness the beauty of love and harmony, and you will inspire those around you to walk this path as well. In all your actions, always uphold truth and justice, for I want you to stand on the side of what is right. Living according to my truth is not always easy, but it is the only path that leads to true freedom and deep peace within the soul. Trust that my love is the greatest power that will carry you through every trial. Let that love shape your thoughts, your words, and your deeds. When you live in love, you not only bring beauty to your own life, but also make this world a better place, drawing it closer to me. My beloved, on this sacred journey, I want to remind you of the power of faith and steadfastness in believing. When you place your complete trust in me, you will discover an inexhaustible strength to overcome every hardship and trial that life may bring. Faith is not a fleeting emotion, but a steady resolve, a determined heart in the midst of storms, a light that guides you through your darkest nights. I have taught that if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, "Move from here to there," and it will move. Matthew 17:20. This teaching is not merely about outward miracles, but about the inner power of unwavering faith. When your trust is fully anchored in me, nothing is impossible. No trial can break you. Hold on to that faith as the most precious treasure in your life, so that every step you take is guided by my divine light. In life, there will be times when it seems every door is closed, every hope extinguished, but never allow those shadows to dim your faith. Remember, I am the light that never fades, the sure foundation for every soul yearning for life and peace. When you fall, I will lift you up. When you are weak, I will give you new strength. When you are lost, I will lead you back to the path of righteousness. I also want you to understand that faith is not blind belief, but a deep recognition of my power and love, revealed through the life and teachings of my Son. True faith compels you not only to live for yourself, but to live for others for justice, peace, and truth. You will become a light in the darkness, a beacon for those who are lost, a sign of my presence in this world. In moments when you face confusion, doubt, or the temptations of this world, I want you to know that prayer is the most powerful weapon you can wield. Prayer is not merely words, but a connection between your soul and Minia, source of strength that keeps you firm and courageous. Make time each day to listen to my voice in silence, so your heart may be purified and attuned to my holy will for your life. I want you to remember that each of you has a sacred mission within my divine plan. This mission may not always be grand or public, but often lies in small, humble actions filled with meaning. Live fully in your mission, whether it is helping a loved one, comforting someone in pain, or simply living with honesty and love in your family and community. Every loving act is a brick that builds the kingdom of love and peace I long to see established. And do not forget to keep your heart rooted in humility and sincerity. Humility is not self-deprecation, but the clear understanding of your place in my grand design, heart ready to learn, to serve, and to love without seeking glory for itself. When you live in humility, I will grant you peace and light to understand more deeply my will for your life. Remember my words, let your light so shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. Matthew 5:16. You are the light of the world, the candle that never goes out in a darkened room, the song that rises from the barren desert. Shine brightly and live fully in alignment with my will, so that my love and light may spread to the ends of the earth. My beloved child, I now invite you to step into a new chapter of this sacred journey, where my love and power will be unveiled more deeply and saturate your soul. It is time for you to understand that the relationship between us is not a one-sided covenant, but a living covenant, a profound and unbreakable bond, where you and I become one in eternal love. My love for you is not fleeting or conditional. It is almighty, unconditional, and everlasting. I loved you before you were born. I have known your every step, every joy and sorrow, and I have never ceased to surround you with my gentle yet mighty embrace. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. John 3:16. I want this word to echo in your soul like an unending symphony, reminding you that you are never alone. In the light of that love, you are called to live a life of meaning and purpose, not merely for yourself, but for others and for my glory. Each day, each hour can become an opportunity to express that love through your words, your actions, and your thoughts. I want you to remember that true love is not just a feeling, but a sacrifice, a perseverance, a relentless commitment, even in the most difficult circumstances. You may think of yourself as small, weak, and helpless in the face of life's challenges. But I want you to know that true strength does not lie outside of you, but within your soul, nurtured by my love and presence. When you open your heart to receive that love, you will feel a supernatural power flowing through every cell of your being, propelling you to overcome every barrier, every hardship, and stand firm like a great tree planted by the stream of life. I also want to emphasize that my love is not reserved only for times of ease, but remains ever present even in the most painful and trying moments. When you feel alone, when you face loss, pain, or doubt, I am still by your side, never departing. He comforts us in all our troubles, so that we can comfort those in any trouble with the comfort we ourselves receive from God. 2 Corinthians 1-4. That love is a boundless source that strengthens you and enables you to uplift those around you. In this sacred communion, you are also invited to see me not only as the Almighty, but also as your loving Father, your faithful companion, the one who listens and shares in your every thought and longing. Let your soul be like a radiant lamp, not hiding your weaknesses or confusion, but openly laying them before me in complete trust. I will receive you with open arms, without judgment, without reproach, but with overflowing love and mercy. Let your prayer be more than just words on your lips. Let it be the silence of your soul, the accompaniment of your heart with every breath, the deep cry of your innermost being. When you learn to hear my voice in silence, you will discover profound truths, new paths, and a peace that surpasses all human understanding. I want you to know that prayer does not merely change circumstances, it transforms you, shaping you more and more into my likeness with each passing day. You are also called to live in humility, for humility is the key that opens the heart to receive the fullness of my love and grace. When you recognize your limitations and submit to my guidance, you will find strength and peace in life. Humility allows you to see the value of others, to live in harmony, and to build genuine relationships that contribute to the beauty of the world I created. I know that on this path of faith, you may feel weary, even fall under the weight of relentless trials and the opposition of the world. But I want to remind you that nothing is meaningless in my divine plan. Every step you take, whether slow or strongest, cherished and carefully placed within the grand tapestry I have woven. My dear child, perseverance in faith is not an easy journey, but I assure you, it will lead you to a wholeness and peace that the world cannot give. When you feel weak, pause, breathe in my peace, and allow your soul to be refreshed. Every tear you shed is never in vain. I see each one and treasure it as the most precious jewel in my kingdom. I also want you to understand that trials are not punishments, but the means through which your faith is refined and your soul is purified. As you endure difficulties with trust and love, you grow in maturity, becoming more like my Son, and becoming ready to bear witness to that love before the world. This is the most precious gift I desire to give you, the gift of new life, of true freedom, and of unfading hope. Remember that in all things, I am always working for your good, even when you cannot fully comprehend my plans. All things work together for the good of those who love God. Romans 8:28. Even in suffering and pain, I am laying a firm foundation in you for eternal life. I want you to trust completely in this love, even when the world may show you the opposite. You are also called to be a bearer of my love and light to those around you. This mission is not reserved only for saints or the powerful, but for all who open their hearts to receive my love and are willing to share it. Know that the life I have given you is a priceless gift, not for you to keep to yourself, but to share and spread to the ends of the earth. Every breath you take, every step you walk, is a living praise that glorifies me. Your mission is to bring this light into the dark places, into the hearts that long for salvation and comfort. My child, when you live with an open heart, with kindness and hands ready to serve, you become a precious instrument in my hand to bring life and hope to the darkest corners. There will be times when you are called to let go of personal dreams and desires in order to choose the path of love and service. I understand that this is not easy, for humans carry their own longings and needs. But when you learn to place my love above all else, you will discover true joy, deep serenity, and a fullness that cannot be found anywhere else. Let each day of your life be a song of praise to my great love. Whether in your work, your family, or in moments of quiet stillness, let your heart be in tune with my calling, so that this love may be revealed through even the smallest actions. I do not look at the grandeur of what you do, but at the sincerity and devotion you offer from your heart. My beloved, as you look ahead and feel your feet walking the path I have woven for you, always remember that I am not only the great creator of all things, but also your loving Father, who cares deeply for even the tiniest details of your life. That love never ceases to flow. It is not bound by time or space, and it remains the living stream that brings light to your soul, even on your darkest days. When you face the challenges life throws at you, do not forget that I have already given you a strength that cannot be broken. In every moment of weakness, my comfort will be your sure foundation, the lamp that guides you through the deepest valleys. Place your trust in me, for I am the source of all wisdom and power. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. Proverbs 3-5. My child, never forget that I am always waiting for your return, no matter how far you've gone. No matter how many times you've failed or fallen, my door is always open, inviting you to come in, to be healed, renewed, and welcomed back into my embracing arms. My son, return home. I have already prepared a place for you. Know that this invitation will echo endlessly within your heart. Thank you for listening to today's message. Be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so we can continue receiving the living word, building unshakable faith, and walking in the boundless love of the Lord. Amen.